Hello, it's Heather and Phil, and we are at the trailhead for Greeter Falls. We've never been here before, and this is our first time trying it out. And this is also our first photography adventure with the new Nikon Z50, which we are vlogging with today and making photos with. We also have our other vlogging camera, so while I'm doing photography, Heather can document that. But right now we're shooting with the Z50 and the kit lens at Greeter Falls in Altamont, Tennessee. We only visited Greeter Falls, not the Blue Hole or Board Tree Falls, and this area closed to jumping from waterfalls. We kind of got here a little bit late in the day. A lot of times we try to get to places like this at sunrise, and it's about an hour and a half from our house, and it was a pretty good bit past sunrise when we left. But you know, it's our off day. Good day to sleep in a little bit instead of getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning to get here at sunrise. It'll still be pretty cool, I think. I really wish I had stopped and made an actual photograph of this spot right here. And here's a sign that tells you where Greeter Home Place is, and this is it, or what's left of it. Apparently this was a house in the 1800s, and this is the well at that house, currently covered so you can't fall in. Here's a few sights along the trail. There's Heather, and look at how steep. One side of the trail is straight up, and the other side of the trail, hello again Heather, is straight down. Quite a precarious trail, and it was really cold that morning. Here you can see some icicles melting as the day begins to warm up, and look at these amazing and beautiful rock formations. And you can see as the camera pans down that the trail just walks right beside this area. This is the second place where the trail splits, where you can go to Board Tree Falls. Lots of red paint on this sign with pretty serious warnings. Here the trail splits again, and we decided to go to Upper Greeter Falls first. And there goes Heather. Okay, we're here at Upper Greeter Falls, and I made a few photos with the smaller of the two Z50 kit lenses, the 16 to 50, and I don't have an adapter to make a filter fit it, and it's way too bright to get the right shutter speed. So, but the funny thing is, arriving today will be a filter adapter so I can run all my filters on this lens, but I don't have it yet. So now I've got the 50 to 250 lens on, which I do have an adapter so I can run my filters on it. I'm going to make some more shots of Upper Greeter Falls now with that. There's so much light on the falls, and a lot of the falls is in a lot of light and a lot of it's in shadow, but with this lens I can just concentrate on the part of the falls that's in bright sunlight. And I tried the 3-stop, but that's not enough. I'm going to put my 10-stop filter on. Really happy with the 50 to 250 lens so far. I've adapted my 10-stop neutral density filter, and I really didn't need the range, so I just shot at 50, which is 75mm equivalent. Got the waterfall on a half-second exposure, f5.6, and I think I bumped my ISO up to 160 or 200 to get that half-second shot with the 10-stop. I probably need to add a 6-stop filter to my bag. I already have a 3. And it might work better in situations like this. But anyway, this lens though, really pleased with it so far. Alright, so there is Upper Greeter Falls. Not all of it, because like I said earlier, some of it was in the sun and some of it was in the shade, so this is just the sunny half. But this picture came out okay. Stay tuned though, there's some much better ones coming. Heather figured out the name of the creek.
Fire Scald Creek.
I hiked just a little bit further up Fire Scald Creek past Greeter Falls and made kind of a detailed photograph at 90mm with the 50 to 250 of this little spill right here, and then at 59mm of that same spill on the left and another one slightly to its right. I thought this area was really beautiful. It's not documented as its own separate falls, but I really liked it. And here is some video from Upper Greeter Falls and this area. Okay, we're leaving Upper Greeter Falls now, and we're going to try to make our way to Lower Greeter Falls. I'm going to vlog with my regular vlogging camera because right now I have the 50 to 250 on the Z50. That's a lot of 50s. Instead of the 16 to 50 on the Z50. So
you're using the M50.
And I'm using the Canon M50. So there's lots and lots of 50s. This is what I brought with me. I brought the 50, the Nifty 50 1.8, and the DX 35 1.8. But so far, all I'm using is the two kit lenses. I also brought, this is a Tokina DX 11 to 16 with the FTZ adapter. It won't autofocus with the FTZ, but it gives me an ultra wide in this Z50 kit. So we're going to try to make it to the other falls. So that is Upper Greeter Falls, and I believe right there is the top. I believe right there is the top of Lower Greeter Falls, but I'm not sure. We're going to try to get to it now. Okay, so there's where the trail splits. Over there is the falls, and then the trail comes on down this way, and somehow they've gotten a spiral staircase in here. I have no idea how they got that thing in here. If anybody was involved with the installation of this spiral staircase on the side of this cliff, I would love to hear how that was done. But here it is, right here. Caution, ice may be on staircase. Okay, well, I made it to the bottom of the staircase, and now there's all these crazy steps. Speaking of ice, there's definitely some down here. Like all those twigs and stuff appear to be quite frozen. It looks like it meanders down some pretty good but very wet stairs over here, and then down a really steep flight of stairs that appear to be metal. Steep stairs, great waterfall, really great waterfall. Okay, I've decided not to go down the stairs. I'm going to try to make my shot from right here. So I'm setting up. I stepped over the railing and just a little ways forward on this not level at all area, and you can see in just a moment one of the legs is barely more than halfway extended and the other two legs are all the way extended. I moved forward to get past a little bit of foliage that was in the way, and the photograph that I end up with from this location I'm really pleased with. Okay, I got my shots and my slow-mo video of the falls. I've got my Z50 on the tripod just right here on the side of this cliff, and I needed to put on, to make the shot, I needed to put the 15 to 50 on, which I do not have an adapter to make my filters work, but I needed my filter. So what I did was I set a 5-second timer, got the shot set up, and I just held my 10-stop filter in front of the camera while it was making the shots, and I think it's going to turn out pretty good. Now let's get packed up and get off the side of this cliff. I think this may be my favorite waterfall picture that I've ever made, and it happened on the very first time I took the Z50 out. The light most of the day was really harsh, but during the time I was down in the canyon there was a nice cloud that put beautiful light in the canyon. I love the blue water at the bottom and the green foliage at the top and all the lovely browns and almost copper colors in some areas, and the beautiful color of the waterfall itself. Now enjoy some video shot from the exact same location at 1/4 speed slow motion. Alright, I'm packed up and ready to climb on out of here. I've left Heather waiting at the split between upper and lower Greeter Falls, so kind of in a hurry. I'm going to get back to her as soon as possible. But I'm really happy with the shots I got with the Z50, and the video as well, I think should be pretty good. I don't know, you may have already seen it, or you may be about to see it. Now it's time to scale the spiral staircase. Well, I found Miss Heather and I showed her the Nikon Z50 Greeter Falls kit lens picture, and she thought it was pretty cool too. So really excited about how well the Z50 is doing so far on its first outing into the wild. We made it back to, well, almost to the trailhead. We made it back to the sign that's within sight of the trailhead here at South Cumberland State Park, where we hiked to Greeter Falls, upper and lower. Did our first photos with the Z50 out in the wild, and I got to tell you, I'm really happy with it so far. And we appreciate you watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.